the future martial arts man. Lu Sheng said, "May I ask, Master, what is your Tao?" And he said to himself, "I have seen the ways of Wang He and Duan Yifeng, but I have never seen the way of Yang Yizhou." Yang Yizhou laughed and said, "Ha ha!" He raised his hand, and the whole place changed. Lu Sheng was shocked and said, "This," Yang Yizhou said, "what you just saw, that is my Tao." As he placed a piece onto the board, Lu Sheng, shocked, said to himself, "Such a grand world in creation just now. It turned out to be all his Tao?" Yang Yizhou said, "After playing this game of chess, there are some things I should tell you." As he walked away with Wang He and Duan Yifeng, Yang Yizhou said, "Let us go." A few moments later, they stopped. Yang Yizhou moved his hand, and energies floated in the sky. Lu Sheng said to himself, "So many black planets? What are those planets?" Yang Yizhou said, "This is our universe. They have died in the catastrophe, and your universe is experiencing the same catastrophe." Lu Sheng said, "Are the strange beasts from another world really that terrifying? Even a strong man like the teacher cannot resist them?" Yang Yizhou said, "The invasion of alien beasts is not as simple as you think. The world they come from is not an ordinary world either." As Yang Yizhou flicked his finger, he continued, "That is the dark side of countless material universes, the source of extreme evil and the aggregation of all negative energy. The strange beasts you see are only the most superficial manifestation of this power." Lu Sheng said, "The negative energy of countless material universes has now come to be born by a single universe. This is indeed an irresistible disaster." Yang Yizhou said, "The most important thing is that once this force appears in your universe, it proves that the universe you are in is not far from true destruction." Lu Sheng, shocked, said, "What? Why?" Yang Yizhou took an apple and said, "Look," as he cut it in half. Parts of the apple were already rotten. Lu Sheng said, "Once you are corroded by this force, it is equivalent to the beginning of decay. No matter what you do, it will only delay it." "Is that what you mean, teacher?" Yang Yizhou said. Lu Sheng said, "Then what is the point of what I am doing now? Even a strong person like you, level 15 or even level 16, cannot stop this disaster. Everything has already begun. The fate is already determined. So what can I do?" Lu Sheng was in a low mood at this time. Although he never underestimated himself, he would not be blindly arrogant. The three people in front of him were countless times stronger than he was, although it could be said that his future achievements would not be weaker than these three. But if even these three people could not do it, how could Lu Sheng possibly do better? Lu Sheng said, "To be honest, I am just an ordinary person. When I know that my world will be destroyed in 10,000 years, I can still persist in fighting. But the destruction of the universe is such a big deal. What can I do? Especially since I just saw the 15th or even 16th level Tao. So magnificent, so gorgeous. But now you tell me that all this pursuit is just a dead end. In the end, everything is in vain." Yang Yizhou said, "Are you scared?" Lu Sheng said, I do not know. It is too big, too far." Yang Yizhou said, "Did you think of dying to survive? I believe that I am the spark that can save the world. So why am I afraid now?" And Lu Sheng was shocked and said, "Tinder, are those all designed by you on purpose? It turns out those were all foreshadowing. They were tests. They were also rehearsals. In a sense, they were not even lies. Is that the future of the real universe?" Yang Yizhou said, "You were just an ordinary high school student who had not even started martial arts, but you were so determined. You are now 1,000,000 times stronger than you were then. Faced with the same great calamity, why are you backing down now? Do not forget, you still have our support." As he extended his hand to Lu Sheng said, "You are right. I was just a loser back then, but I dared to do anything. How come now that I am 1,000,000 times stronger, I have become a coward? Is it true that the stronger you are, the less courageous you become? Forget it. If you're afraid of chaos, then the worst that can happen is that the universe will be destroyed and we will die together." As Lu Sheng clenched his fist, Yang Yizhou said, "Have you figured it out? Have you gained confidence again?" Lu Sheng scratched his head and said, "Haha, I cannot say I am confident, but with all your help, I should at least go a few steps further than you teachers," Lu Sheng said seriously. "Then see if this disaster is really irreparable." As Yang Yizhou, Wang He, and Duan Yifeng were shocked, they laughed and said, "Ha." Yang Yizhou said, Okay. As the lord of this realm, I have had billions of disciples and followers, and my most cherished it is them, and now it should be you." Lu Sheng said, "Teacher, do you recognize me?" Yang Yizhou said, "Well, now that you are willing to take a few more steps forward, I will naturally help you with all my strength." As Yang Yizhou, Wang He, and Duan Yifeng surrounded Lu Sheng, Wang He said, "My Tao, the Tao of the stars, is now complete and given to you." As he concentrated his powers, suddenly his aura transferred to Lu Sheng. Flames flowed to Lu Sheng's fist. Lu Sheng said, "Fire, endless fire. This is completely different from what I just learned." At this moment, Wang He gave me his 15th level martial arts insights without reservation. Duan Yifeng said, "My junior brother has shared everything he knows, so as his senior brother, I cannot fall behind. And my Tao is the way of God crystal, and I am giving it to you now." As Lu Sheng felt both Wang He and Duan Yifeng's auras, he said, "The ultimate edge, the light of God, 2 15th level Taos. What a great fortune." Yang Yizhou said, "As for my Tao, its weight is too light." So, as a teacher, he then pressed Lu Sheng's temple and said, "I give you a universe." Lu Sheng flew into space. Confused, he said, "What?" Yang Yizhou said, "May you get what you want." Lu Sheng said to himself, "These forces, they have completely merged with my body." As he noticed something, he said, "Huh?" He looked at Yang Yizhou, Wang He, and Duan Yifeng and said, "Master, senior brother." As they gently disappeared, Yang Yizhou said, "From now on, you will have to rely on yourself. Until fate brings us together again, Lu Sheng." Lu Sheng looked above, and tears flowed as he said, "Master, I can feel it. The Tao Ocean, it fills my entire body. An infinite amount of information and insight. 2 level 15 Taos, a level 16 Tao, and countless other Taos of different levels. My martial strength has multiplied by billions of times. The foundation of my Tao is now incomparable to anything before." Lu Sheng suddenly clenched his fists and said, "Now, I finally have the right to attempt to create a perfect Tao that is truly my own." He then sat to the ground and said, "My power is rising. Once I have absorbed everything, I will return to the real world. And then, I will definitely achieve a true breakthrough." When scene shifts to the Lu family compound, Lu Sheng's parents looked at the news as chaos rampaged in the city. His father said, "Have we been invaded by aliens from an advanced civilization? It seems the world really is falling into chaos." His mother said, "What if it's fake? Sounds like something from a movie." His father replied, "The #1 news channel would not make a joke like that." Lu Qing arrived and said, "Our school suspended classes. Everyone online is talking about it, and there are plenty of videos proving they are alien invaders." As Eiji rampaged, he said, "Ha!" The other martial saints flew like flies being swatted and cried out in pain, "Uwa!" Eiji said, "None of you will escape." Father Lu said, "He's completely unbeatable. They're not even on the same combat level." Mother Lu said, "Has the end of the world really come?" Father Lu replied, "Bah, do not think too much. It is still far from us. Besides, if the sky falls, those above will hold it up. It is not our place as commoners to worry." Mother Lu said, "That is exactly what worries me. Little Sheng, he is pretty high-ranking now. What if they send him to fight those aliens?" Father Lu said, "Do not talk nonsense. I cannot believe that with the whole world united, there is not a single expert capable of defeating the aliens. We have to trust our country. Let us not bother Lu Sheng and the others. I will go buy some supplies and see if I can find a renovation team to turn our basement into an air raid shelter or something." Mother Lu said, "We will go with you." Meanwhile, in a meeting room at a villa in Longguo, a servant said to Marshal Saint Lin Jingyue, "Supreme Martial Master, please come in." Marshal Saint Lin Jingyue passed him and said, Marshal Saint Tan Zhongyu said, "You're here." Marshal Saint Lin Jingyue said, "What is the situation?" Marshal Saint Tan Zhongyu showed a video on his Chinese tablet and said, "This is a video that just arrived from Yingguo. 3 level 9 martial masters were unfortunately defeated, and over 50 great level 8 masters were captured. So far, we have already lost 5 level 9 martial masters on the Blue Star." Marshal Saint Lin Jingyue said, "I suspect that alien invader must possess extremely advanced detection devices to be able to capture high-level martial artists so effectively. I assume all of you have felt a strong sense of crisis lately. In times like this, when the lips are gone, the teeth feel the cold. We must unite and face this threat together." Another martial saint said, "That alien invader is clearly a true level 10 martial expert, on par with the guide. We are no match for him. Where is Lord Lu? We need him." Marshal Saint Lin Zhengyue said, "Lord Lu is in seclusion, trying to advance to level 9. His cultivation site is out at sea, and we do not know when he will return. We also do not want to disturb him. He probably is not even aware of what is happening outside." A martial saint said, "Then let us request help from the guide." I remember that Lord Lu's wife, Miss Dong Qingshu, has a communicator that can reach him. Dong Qingshu replied, about that, I sent a help request 3 days ago. The guide needs some time to arrive. He said we should try to buy as much time as possible. The martial saint said, if Lord Lu were present, maybe we could hold out. But the problem is when he will come out of seclusion. Dong Qingshu hesitated and said, this. Bang! Martial Saint Lin Zhengyue slammed the table and interrupted. Interrupting a seclusion is a major taboo in the martial path. If it affects Lord Lu's breakthrough, the consequences could be even worse than the alien invasion. Let us wait. In the meantime, we will try to buy time by facing that demonic lance until Lord Lu emerges from seclusion. Another martial saint said, we have no other choice. Been a different scene somewhere in space. Zhao Lin said, Lan Chen, I am very close to you now. I will go with you to the Blue Star. Akatome and his people are not weak. I am worried that if you go alone, you will just end up as a sacrifice. Lan Cheng said, deal. If we succeed in rescuing Lu Sheng this time, I will share with you the huge favor he owes me. At that moment, Lu Sheng's violet crystal humanoid figure was emitting strange white waves. The entire crystal humanoid turned white. Then it immediately began another transformation. The white form began turning black. It was the black scythe humanoid form of level 11, according to the crystal contemplation method. One of the heritages from Duan Yifeng's level 15 divine crystal Tao. Lu Sheng sighed and said, what a terrifying leap. From level 8, I jumped straight to level 11. My spiritual power reached level 11. But I cannot understand what comes next. Is it because my current level is still too low? It seems that everything else will only be unlocked once I fully raise all my levels. Now comes the external martial body. My previous understanding of the star Tao was far too shallow. I once believed that the diagram I created of immortal cells and star channels was impressive, but now I see it was flawed and terribly immature. To achieve true mastery, I must destroy everything and rebuild it from scratch. Lu Sheng extended his hand. A flash swept through his body. The immortal cells began to manifest. Then, every cell in his body exploded in unison. A normal martial artist would have died instantly. But Lu Sheng, his entire martial body was undergoing a frenzied reconstruction. Ha! Tendons and muscles grew one by one, bones regenerated centimeter by centimeter. His entire skeleton glowed with a radiant golden light, as if it had been forged from pure gold. As Lu Sheng shouted in pain, ha! He landed on the ground. Lu Sheng said, I did it. From now on I will call them Supreme Bones. Laugh if you want. I am not changing it. And I will no longer call this constitution the Immortal Star Body. From this moment forward, it shall be known as the Supreme Stellar Body of the One True Self, Sovereign of Heaven, Earth, and the 8 extremes of the universe. Ignite. Burn completely. In heaven and on earth, only I am worthy of respect. Oh, that was such a childish attitude. Ha ha. Good thing I'm deep beneath the sea. If I shouted that in front of someone, I'd die of embarrassment. Enjoying this moment. Alone. In secret. Huh? Something is not right. I feel the immortal cells inside me growing wildly. Their numbers are increasing drastically. They are devouring my energy like starving children. Snap! Lu Sheng snapped his fingers. An enormous energy crystal dropped. Lu Sheng said, if that is the case, this 500-kilogram energy crystal from the Sejong tournament, I thought it would last me a long time, but I never imagined I would use it all in one sitting. He grabbed it and began refining it immediately. Lu Sheng said, HSS, I feel the immortal cells have instantly increased to 63,150. They have formed an intricate and mystical solar domain star map inside me. I have surpassed my previous state by 100-fold, no, nearly 1,000-fold, in an instant. As he consumed the crystal a few moments later, Lu Sheng stood silently. He said, and that is not even counting the fact that the immortal cells have not yet gestated into stars, nor the golden crows that will be born from those stars, nor the divine crystal domain and other advancements. Right. There's also this little thing. I cannot abandon the path of the alien cells. Perhaps through them I will understand the dark side of the universe. They might even become the key to breaking fate in the future. Next comes my martial mark, my martial manifestation. Even though in simulations with Master I deduced 5 complete level 15 paths, and even a potential direction toward level 16, it is still just castles in the air. I still have to start from level 9. Mortals seek gods. Artists seek themselves. My true manifestation must be based on myself, with my own face. I am God. Then let the body of the manifestation follow the path of the divine crystal. Divine crystal as the body. The path? I will use the star path as the eye, and my master's nature path as the robe. Crystal as body, golden crow as eye, the four symbols as robe, and the paths as ornaments. As Lu Sheng's energy burst, he declared, my manifestation shall be called the true manifestation of the divine martial mark of the 4 points. Meanwhile, in the dragon realm, E.G. rampaged as a person fled, screaming, help! E.G. laughed, hee hee. Come out, you rotten bugs. Martial Saint Lin Jingyu gritted her teeth. Curse it. This is already the 3rd city destroyed by the evil spear. If we let this continue, the entire dragon realm will be reduced to rubble. Martial Saint Tan Zhongyu said, he knows we are here. He is doing this on purpose, forcing us to come out. We cannot keep running. If we claim to be gods among men, then we must carry the responsibilities of gods among men. Even if we can only delay the evil spear for a moment, I will do it without hesitation. He drew his sword. A martial artist asked, and Grandmaster Li, who has even surpassed his martial command, he still has not emerged from seclusion? Martial Saint Lin Jingyu said, not yet. Martial Saint Tan Zhongyu snapped, if you want to keep waiting, go ahead. As he charged forward, he shouted, but I, Tan Zhongyu, will face a powerful enemy like a saint. Even if I die 10 times, I will not regret it. Martial Saint Lin Jingyu stared after him. Martial Saint of the Bright Moon. She turned to the others and shouted, comrades, Saint Martial Mingyu has entered the fray. As one of the guardian martial saints of the dragon realm, I must do the same. I have already informed Lady Dong and asked her to urge Master Lu to leave his seclusion. You all are martial saints from different nations. I will not force you to join this battle, but I hope you understand. If the lip falls, the teeth will not survive. She charged forward. Martial Saint Harold declared, this is no longer about national interest. The other martial saints clenched their fists. A bald martial saint roared, for the blue star! All the martial saints present charged toward Edgy, shouting in unison, for the blue star. From the city below, the people cried, they're the martial saints. The martial saints have come to save us. A bald elder trembled, so many martial saints gathered. We're saved. Eiji smirked. Very good, very good. Finally you have deigned to come out. Such brave native warriors. I'm almost truly touched. So then, die. Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Eiji launched his attack, striking all of the incoming martial saints at once. Elsewhere, on a fishing boat off the coast of Ninghai, a family of 3 watched the news in silence. The father muttered, not even all the martial saints in the world can defeat him. Then who else could possibly save us? On the screen, the martial saints cried out in pain. Ah, bois, cour. The boy clenched his fists. Darn it, look at this. His father turned, confused. Fool, that monster could not even be defeated by a level 9 martial saint. You have only been training for a few years, and you think you are the reincarnation of Ultraman? Try to run again and I will beat you to a pulp. The boy suddenly gasped and pointed. Dad, look back, quick. His father turned. Look at what? They saw a massive tornado rising from the sea. The father fell into fear. The Sea Dragon King. The Sea Dragon King is furious. Sea Dragon King, please calm down. Fool, kneel already. Bow to the Sea Dragon King. He kowtowed immediately. His son stared. Dad, it looks like there's a person there? The father replied, what nonsense are you spouting? How could the Sea Dragon King be a person? Huh? In the distance, Lu Sheng glowed like a star, walking out from the smoke. The father's voice trembled. Is that a god? Thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who took the time to watch this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider sharing my videos or channel with your friends who might also enjoy it. Your support means the world to me and helps my channel grow. Let's keep this community thriving together. Until next time, see you in the next video.